Sup, his Hitsuji. I started a little bit early to let some people get in first. We'll start around 10. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? So today we are going to be reviewing some comics for the month of August. As you can see, I got my comics geek um like browser open here, and that shows what I pulled for the month. And basically what I pulled for this month, I think there's 17 books I have to review today. And this app allows you to put your own little notes in. You can actually you can go follow me on there if you can find my reviews. It's not necessarily like you can look up like a person on there. It's not like a full streaming service. Not I said streaming service, didn't I? It's not like it's more of a place to where you can take care of your comics and put them all in there and make sure they're you know what you have. Like, see, I pulled these over the month, so this is what I picked up this month. This is what I picked up for the first week of the month. We got Batman number 126, Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 3, DC versus Vampires number 8, and Flashpoint Beyond number 4. And I got all physical copies of these too. I got a big old pile of comics right here, in case I need them. And then for the next week, the second week of the month, we got Dark Crisis Worlds Without a Justice League, Green Lantern number 1. If you don't know what Dark Crisis is, basically it's the big event going on right now, and they're calling it the second, the sequel to Crisis on Infinite Earths from 1985. And it's honestly pretty good so far. So, but we'll get into that later. We got Deceased. If you don't know what that is, that's basically if Marvel versus zombies, like in the What If show, except in DC. Like basically, it's DC fighting zombies. So fun. And then we got Predator number 1. This came out the week Prey came out. That was an awesome movie, by the way. Absolutely love that movie. We got Venom Lethal Protector number 5. This is volume 2 to the one from, well, I can't remember what it is, but I have the first comic of that series over here. Uh, and then the third week, we got Dark Crisis Young Justice number 3, which is part of the Dark Crisis series. We got DC versus Vampires All Out War number 2. Basically, DC versus Vampires is the same as Deceased, except with vampires, of course. The Flash number 6, Fortnite times Marvel Zero War. I quite enjoyed the Batman one, so I've been reading through it, and something insane happens in this one, and I'm kind of excited. I think it's so funny, but it's got to be talked about today. We got Hulk number 8, which is the finale to the Thor versus Hulk Banner of War. They were going weekly at the beginning of summer, and then they decided to delay the last one 3 months in order to meet up with She-Hulk, which sucked because I had to wait 3 months for this final part after the last one left on a cliffhanger. So I'm excited to talk about that. This week we only had one Carnage number 5. This series has been pretty good so far. It's basically about Carnage just going and he's been separated from Cletus Cassidy after the events of he's been separated from Cletus Cassidy after the events what is it called? Crap. Oh, symbiote. It's something with Null, who's like the god of the symbiotes, but I can't remember what it's called. No, after Extreme Carnage and Absolute Carnage. Has nothing to do with that. That isn't where he gets separated. He gets separated back in Absolute Carnage, which is the prelude to. It's confusing all that, but that has nothing to do with the story. Basically, Carnage is on his own, and he is trying to become more powerful, and it's actually a really good read. Well, it's kind of gone downhill since the last few issues, but hopefully it's about to get back up there again. But once again, we'll get back to that. And then we got the Flash 2022 annual. We'll talk about this cover and this book. And we got Fortnite times Marvel Zero War number 4, which they decided to do twice this month. I'm guessing because there was a fifth Wednesday. So I'm excited to talk about that. So let's go ahead. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and pick our favorite covers from everything. And we'll also pick our favorite covers from the variant covers of each one. So first, let's start off with Batman number 126. This is the cover for that one, Fall of the Dark Knight. This is part 2 to the Failsafe story, which, if you don't know, is basically if Batman ever goes the edge and actually kills someone, he has a failsafe for that, and something is going to kill him, and it's this like creepy giant robot. Actually, we can look at the variant. How do you close this? Oh crap! I can't close it. What's going on? No, I don't want to look closer. I want to get out of this. What did I do? Okay. We didn't do that yesterday. That's weird. This is what failsafe looks like, basically. Here. He's basically a really crazy looking robot. And this is actually cool because it's an homage to a Venom appearance. Like that's supposed to be Venom and that's supposed to be Batman down here. So that's actually really cool. See, that one worked that way. That was weird. Um, so this is written by Chip Zdarsky. I hope I didn't botch that name, but like basically, this one is well, I'll tell you this. Here, let me go down to my review of it. You can find my review by looking up the book and then going to reviews. And then you can like and comment under them. It's pretty fun. That sounded so weird. Okay. So basically, my thoughts of this after I first read it was while a strange read at the moment, I find myself intrigued in the failsafe character, and while I wish the backup issue wasn't half the comic, I still enjoyed this read. Just don't know if it's good or bad yet. I kind of agree with that, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, okay, he's bringing in this thing from a series back before Flashpoint, which, if you don't know, Flashpoint basically caused the New 52, which caused all this craziness and like having to fix the timeline again because New 52 wasn't that good and deserves its own video in its own right. By the way, at the end of this live stream, I will be announcing what my next video will be, so that'll be fun. So yes, I do agree with this, but at the end of the actual issue, it shows off him wearing a suit that he wore in a series called Batman Rip, R.I.P. Which I am in the process of collecting right now, so I can read it before like I find out what happens next. Which I'm kind of excited about because I hear that like as I did more research on it, I found out that was a pretty good story. So that's I mean, at least he's going back and doing things from the past. Also, in 125, he had a dream about the three Jokers, which makes me feel that this Batman is going to be about like the three Jokers, which I'm like, we've been waiting since like 2016 for that to be announced, which is insane. Like that's 6 years ago. 2016 to 2017, 2017 to 2018, 2018 to 2019, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2021, 2021 to 22. Yeah, 6 years. 6 years since that happened. And We have literally gotten a non. All we have gotten is literally a non-canon story, which it's good. The story is good in its own right. It has flaws, of course. Like it's called the Three Jokers. Actually, here, let me get it. I have the graphic novel version of it. Yeah, it's called the Three Jokers, and it's a fun but flawed story. It plays more like an actual movie than a comic book, which I actually kind of enjoyed. And it does have some good character moments between all the people who've been affected by the Joker, so I would recommend picking this one up. They're kind of expensive though, especially if you want the variants and stuff for it, because there were a ton of variants. But it's a pretty good story. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. No more live chat. Okay. Uh. Okay. So that's about all I have to say for this one. Okay. So the backstory is basically about Catwoman finding the Sons of Penguin, who is basically Penguin killed himself in front of Batman, and everybody thinks Batman killed Penguin, and that's why the failsafe was activated, which is the whole premise of this story. And this story is basically more of a action sequence with being attacked by failsafe, which I guess makes sense. I hope the next one we get more character stuff and like we understand what's going on, like with this failsafe. Because basically at this point in comics, Alfred is dead, and he has something to do with it because he was in the first one. So I'm intrigued to find out what Alfred has to do with this. Um, Let me think. What else is there? The back issue is about her finding the sons, and it's okay. It's not perfect. It's not. I'm more interested in the main story than the back issue, but the back issue takes up half the book, so I still have to read it. It's just kind of annoying, and like with the prices going up, they're $4.99 now. It just gets kind of annoying. So yeah, it's a pretty good read though. I would recommend reading this series because I feel like it is going to go places, and if it does get any better, it probably will be the best Batman. Like other than back in Tom King's version and the City of Bane, which if you don't know, that'll be a whole video one day. So talked about all that. I gave it 3 stars. I still kind of agree with that because I don't know where it's going. Maybe if I see it once I see it in a full light, I'll change that. But like, yeah, for now I agree with that. 3 stars. So let's go ahead. Like, this is a nice cover. His blood is showing off Nightwing in the edge. I like that. And then we got the swimsuit variant, of course. Yeah, of course we have the swimsuit variant because everybody loves the swimsuit variants. I think it's weird that he's wearing his cowl with the swimsuit. Kind of weird. Then we got that one. That one's pretty cool. Like we already showed that one, so I'm not gonna click on it because we got this realistic looking one. This one's just kind of boring. It doesn't really do anything for me. I'm kind of a sucker for homages though. Homages, I mean. So yeah. Let's see what this one is. Just Catwoman. That's more about the back issue than any. Well, someone wearing the clown mask. I don't know what that has to do with the issue. I guess that has to do with the back issue, which, like, why would you have a variant for the back issue? Uh, that's kind of boring. Not gonna lie. Just yellow and then the actual image. Kind of boring image. Let's see. This one is what I was going to because this is a homage to the Dark Knight Rises. I'm pretty sure. Well, it's not an exact homage, but that's what it's referencing at least. But I think the win will go to this one because I'm kind of a sucker when comics look pretty old and are homages. That's pretty cool. I always like those. I didn't pick that one up. I like to pick up variants a lot because like that's just sometimes a waste of money. So let's go on to Dark Crisis. No, we got. Well, I got them out of order on here, don't I? Yeah. See, it's a different order when I was organizing these on my phone than on my actual, like, on the computer. It's different on the computer than it is here. So we'll just jump into Dark Crisis. Dark Crisis, then DC Vampires. Okay. Put this one over here. Okay, let's go into the Dark Crisis. I honestly do not remember a lot that happened. Oh, there is a lot of. Oh, there's the full. There's the second printing, the Crisis on Infinite Earths ones. Yeah. Okay. Let's go down to my review and read it and see if that like gives me. Ooh, I got 4 comments on this one. We'll check those out. This slowly starting to match up with some of the best crises with its ability to connect all the crises together to make it seem like it's all one story while having interesting characters without being political, making this a super fun read. I do agree with that, honestly. Like, other than Young Justice, Dark Crisis Young Justice #2, this has been a pretty good read. Like, this is just super fun, and I don't blame Dark Crisis Young Justice on, like, Joshua Williamson, because he isn't even writing that one. Let me see if I can, like, just, like, look through this real quick. Let's see. Just a lot of aftermath. Oh, they're training. At the end of the live stream, also, I'll reveal what I'm getting next month, so when we do this again next month, y'all can be prepared, too. Okay, just Society shows up. Deathstroke and his daughter shows up to stop him. Oh, he goes absolutely insane with the darkness. Gosh, I do not. Ooh. Oh. Okay, yeah, I do remember part of it. The ending of this one is really cool considering what comes out next. Ooh. I didn't remember that. That's kind of like. Y'all don't know anything I'm talking about right now, do you? Also, there's a. I'm pretty sure someone is mowing outside. I am so sorry about that. Uh, yeah. So basically, in this one, it's a lot of aftermath from the last one when Titan's tower was destroyed and Deathstroke attacked. But and it's a lot of aftermath because a lot of people are hurt and Beast Boy got shot in the head, but he's somehow alive, which still confuses me. Like, how is that possible? But basically, in the end, like, I'm pretty sure the Green Lanterns go into the Black Lantern's core, and then they end up in the old world, which is basically from Dark Crisis, the worlds that were destroyed in Dark Crisis on the Infinite Earths, and Pariah is there. And then when Hal Jordan tries to stop him, he's thrown into some weird world that he doesn't understand. And then at the end, we see that the Legion of Doom has rejoined together with Punchline, which is weird because in Death Metal, it seemed like Lex Luthor was going to try to become a good guy again. So it begs the question, why is he a bad guy again? I don't know. Sometimes that happens in comics. Characters just change because different ones come into it. That's kind of what my next video is going to be about because it's about a story that talks about that. So try to guess what it is. Most people probably don't know comics as well as I do right now who are watching this. But let's see if there's any comment. Let's see. Any new comments? Nope. Okay. Let's see the comments on my post here. I agree. I like how the story's evolving in a really intriguing way, whilst also being action-packed. It was amazing seeing JSA and GLC. What's GLC? Justice Society of America and GLC. I don't know. If y'all know what GLC is, tell me. Oh, the Green Lantern Corps. Oh, I wouldn't. Well, I can't say I would have never guessed that because I just guessed that. Um, Action packed? What action? Where? The only action I've seen from these books is the fight between Deathstroke and Nightwing. Well, you got the entire fight of the Teen Titans thing. You got him, Deathstroke, and his daughter fighting. You got them fighting Pariah at the end of that one. You got the Death of the Justice League fight. You got the fights in all the side comics. You got a lot. How Kyle and Joe fight Pariah in this issue, right? Not really. How just kind of flies in and gets sucked into an orb. He gets sucked into an orb. That's what he gets sucked into. Well, to be fair, there's been minor fighting with all the villains randomly attacking, I suppose. Forget about that. Well, I don't think we should forget about that. Why would we forget about that? But that's basically all I have to say. This is a really good series. If you want to collect a Crisis, I would consider it. Like, it may be a little bit of trouble getting the Death of the Justice League at this point, but like you can of course find variants for it and stuff. And if right now, if you're collecting right now, I would consider getting the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths variants for 1 and 2 if you wanted. But of course, those are like second and third printing, so who knows if you'd want that. I'm not going to count these because these are basically the same thing with just Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. And this one too. This is just a foil variant, so we'll just count them as this one. Which I really do like this cover with the Green Lantern army, like him using his ring to go fight Pariah. That is really cool. Ooh, this is a homage to Crisis on Infinite Earths. Very cool. Like that. Let's see what else there. This one's kind of boring. Nothing going on here. I guess it's supposed to represent that they're not really dead, they're just trapped. But that one's kind of boring. Nothing really going on there. This one looks pretty interesting. Yeah, you got Lobo. Lobo, and was Lobo part of the Dark Army? I know Darkseid and Doomsday are. I don't remember Lobo or Brainiac. And why is that there? I wonder if this is like for future events, because this doesn't really match what happened in the book, strangely. It's a cool cover art though. I do like it. Okay. Okay, just a simple art showing the new Justice League. I kind of like that. You got blue and gold on the team. If you watch comics from the multiverse, they would always want like one of them. I can't remember his name. Would want blue and gold on the team. This is the new character whose first appearance will be next, in the next one. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it showed you how many have it and read it. Huh, so that's what she's gonna look like. Interesting. Wonder if she'll be a big character like Blue Beetle or something. And then this is when the JSA shows up at the end. Very cool. Very cool stuff. You got Power Girl, you got his son and daughter, I don't remember their names. You got the Atom Smasher, who's gonna be in the new Black Adam movie. Very cool. These are all the characters in it. So that's pretty much all I got to talk about for Dark Crisis #3. Honestly, I'm going to go with the original for this one. The covers for Dark Crisis are just really spot on. Like, I can't even, like, argue with that. They are really good. So let's get on to the next one. Let's just this one. And at the end, also, we will pick our I'll pick my favorite for the month. And my least favorite. Let's see if we got any comments rolling in. Any comments? No? You don't want to comment? Okay, we're kind of going a little slow, but we can catch up. We're talking about the big comics. The first of the month is always where the big comics are. We got DC versus Vampires, Dark Crisis, Batman, and Flashpoint Beyond, which are honestly my favorite. And we are going through the other covers, which this one has less. Oh, it's freaking awesome. What is that? Okay, let's look at my review of DC versus Vampires. This is Elseworlds at its best. Okay, yeah, that's fair. If I remember right, in this one, Green Arrow goes off to fight the vampires. Black Canary and them get together one last time, which I'm pretty sure means he's probably gonna die in a future issue. Pretty. It's been you cannot judge me. It has been a month since I've looked at these comics. Honestly. Other than Flashpoint Beyond, which I read last week because there was That didn't damage. Yeah, it's fine. Other than Flashpoint Beyond, which I read last week because we had troubles. Yeah, the vampires, Green Arrow get together. They try to fight Dr. Fate. Something happens to Constantine. He ends up damaged and saying they took something from him, like a memory. And then Batgirl goes to get Harley Quinn, which, if you don't know from the DC versus Vampires one shot Killers, she takes a injection of Lex Luthor's blood, which apparently is what can kill the vampires and what can possibly cure them at this point. Which is weird that they put that in a one shot because that really confuses it if you didn't pick up the one shot. Of course, if you're collecting the series, you like, but some people just are like, okay, I'm just going to collect the main series because that's where most of the story is. But with DC, it doesn't really work that way. You kind of end up like needing everything. Like with Dark, well, more with Death Metal, because Death Metal, if you didn't read all its side comics, like some of them that were very important to the story. So he gets Harley Quinn. She makes a bunch of dirty jokes. Supergirl and Steel are talking. They beat up a vampire Black Manta. Very cool. And then the Wonder Twin Zatanna shows up. She's been a big part of the story from the beginning. Okay, Green Arrow's on his journey, and then we end off with Green Arrow, and then we end up with Harley Quinn, Batgirl, Frankenstein, and I don't know who that is. And then we have, wait, no. Oh, I guess Black Manta wasn't a vampire. I guess he was helping them. Does look like a vampire though in this situation, but like he's working with Steel, Supergirl, and Black Manta. So very cool. Not much happens in it, like, but like this story is like did like get a whole like shift in number 6, so we're still kind of getting used to that at this point. But I do agree this is Elseworld at its best. It's just super fun. The art style is very Super Friends like, so it's crazy to have this dark tone in a Super Friends type art style. It's really nice and it's really fun. So that's really all I have to say for it. It's just a fun read. 4 stars, I would agree with. Yeah. Um, Batgirl or that one. It has to go to this one. The original cover arts are good, but like, look at that. That's not a vampire, but this this is awesome. Who wouldn't say this is awesome? This is literally terrifying. I'm going to have nightmares about this tonight. I'm terrified of that. Why did you make me terrified of Wonder Woman? Okay. So let's put that one over here. Very cool. Flashpoint Beyond next. Let's see if we got any more watchers. Or comment down below if you have any questions, guys. Like, or want to give your opinion on a book. Like, say what's it about, or if you're confused about something. Because honestly, I don't mind questioning it. Like, if I'm not doing this well, like, you can tell me. I love this story because I love Flashpoint. This this cover is awesome. The Two-Face from the Flashpoint timeline is awesome. Let's see what I said first, and before I go off. This book has honestly shocked me with how it is legitimately taking pieces of what Jeff Johns has wrote and making this story that is able to connect them together. Yes, because this is a story that has pieces of Doomsday Clock written by Jeff Johns. It has pieces of Flashpoint written by Jeff Johns. It has pieces of like the Button. It feels like it's all come together to this one moment because who has been at the center of Doomsday Clock and Flashpoint? Him. Now he's got his own solo story. It is just so good. And Spoilers if you don't want to hear this, just turn off your audio for a couple of seconds. But the reveal in this is that the Clockwork King is the Joker of the Flashpoint timeline, which is Martha Wayne, if you don't know. And oh my gosh, seeing her back in a comic book since the original Flashpoint, what's it called? It's like the Dark Knight or something. It's Flashpoint the Dark Knight. It's Batman's story in Flashpoint. It is just so awesome to see her back. She doesn't have much spotlight in this one, but I am excited to see what they do with her in the next one. We got 2 more issues of this, and I'm just super excited to see what happens. Not much else happens in it though. Like it does. This is clearly connecting to Dark Crisis, which makes me think that once Thomas Wayne gets out of this, like he is going to be the key to stopping the crisis or something. Or if he's going to come back to a broken world that he needs to fix when the next crisis comes in 2023. Because if you don't know, after Dark Crisis, there will be another crisis in 2023, which is exciting. Very exciting. I cannot wait for that. 4 out of 5 stars would agree. It's a little slow at times, but it's still pretty good. Let's see what this art is. This is of the Flashpoint timeline Two-Face, which was introduced in this one. She is very cool looking and very creepy as well. Grifter, I do not know why they gave Grifter a he is part of the Flashpoint timeline, like he's part of the Outsiders in that, but like he doesn't really have anything to do with this story at all. He's the 1 in 25, so it's probably worth something, but this is a connecting one. The connecting ones are cool, but like at the same time. Wait, let me just look at. Oh, cool! It's going through the DC timeline. Yeah, there's Parallax from 0 Hour, and maybe that's when he becomes Spectre. A couple other things, very cool stuff. Yeah, they lose. I believe that's meant for them to having lost Wally West during 0 Hour, which I don't know when he comes back, but that's not my favorite one. It's cool to see the connecting ones, but still, I don't think anything can beat this original art. Like, this is just so good. Like, the Clockwork King, it has him in the pose. It's just so. I think the only one that might beat that one would be the Two-Face one, which is pretty cool, I do admit. But let's get on to the next one. That's the first week completely done. Very cool that we got that done. It was so fast. Let's check our. Nothing. No one. Okay. Let's get to the second week, which these are out of order because it wants to mess with me. Okay. So let's go ahead and go into Dark Crisis World Without a Justice League Green Lantern #1 with a side story with Hawkgirl, which I kind of remember now. I thought it was with someone else, not Hawkgirl, but that's okay. I don't really. Okay. Let's see my review of this. I find these Worlds Without a Justice League very interesting. It allows for a story that doesn't have to be in continuity, yet it can have characters we like. Much like the Earth 1 graphic novels, I kind of hope if one of these stories is popular enough, we can get maybe a series showing more of the world than in these little short stories. I do agree with that because in these little short stories, I don't think we're getting enough out of them and it leaves you wanting more. Except for in the Superman story from last month, which was actually really good. I really enjoyed that one. I feel like that one was paced well. This end story was just confusing. This one, I liked it, but still very confusing. Just I don't think we have enough time to like set up these worlds or understand what is going on inside them. So it just ends up being a muddled mess and you don't understand what's going on. In the Green Lantern one, like he stops a darkness and like he uses his power of being the ultimate Green Lantern to like make his niece alive again, and he puts like some entity in it to make it alive, but she's always the same age. And then in the Hawk Girl one, I actually think I like the Hawk Girl one better. It's her going on an adventure and going through a temple and eventually being able to cure her reincarnation and actually being able to live her life. And she feels more alive than ever now that she only has one life, which is really nice. I actually really did like that one. I didn't feel like that one needed any more. The Green Lantern one did leave me wanting more from it. That's really all I have to say about that one. But like it's still interesting to see these Elseworlds concepts that are still like in there. But let's look at I haven't even looked at the ones for these. Let's see what these are. Oh, that's cool. Also, I think actually let me say this. We are getting more from this story because at the end of the Dark Crisis number 3, he Hal Jordan is thrown into this world. But I feel like that wasn't intentional for this one not getting enough story. I think it's just like it leaves you wanting more because they're trying to add 2 stories into one comic book, and maybe just adding one comic book would have been better, but it's kinda cool. I like that one. I think this one's the win. Even though he doesn't really do anything, this one just looks cool. I think that one looks the best. That's a pretty cool one. I agree. I think this one looks nice, but like it's just kind of like, ooh, there he is. But like that one's just like the whole cover, everything's going good, and that one just looks cool. So that one's the winner for this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, let's see if we have any comments again. Okay, yeah. Let's look at Deceased War of the Undead Gods. Uh, this is the first issue, so y'all won't be as confused as with the other ones, so I won't have to do as much well, crap, I will have to do explaining because this is the third in the series, but there's been 5 different series. Okay, so basically in the first series, let's explain this real quick. Basically in the first series, Cyborg is caught by Darkseid, and he gets the anti-life equation out of him. And then he decides that the only way to get the anti-life equation out of Cyborg is by taking out the life out of the anti-life equation and making it undead instead. And this instead causes Darkseid to become a zombie, and then he destroys Apocalypse. That's important. And then basically, Cyborg is thrusted back to Earth because he's destroying Apocalypse, of course. And then he immediately connects the internet, and anyone who's looking at a screen becomes a zombie. And then Batman dies. Wonder Woman becomes a zombie. Flash becomes a zombie and then dies. Superman becomes a zombie because he tries to stop Flash. Um, and then basically they throw Superman into the sun. And then Damian Wayne becomes the new Batman, Jonathan Kent becomes the new Superman, and Donna Troy becomes the new Wonder Woman. And Green Lantern dies as well, and Black Canary becomes the new Green Lantern, with Green Arrow being the only survivor. And then we get to Undead World, Deceased, Dead Planet, not Undead World. Sorry, I have a little bit of a runny nose. But then we get to what was I talking about? To Dead Planet, where it's 5 years in the future, they're all grown up, and Cyborg is finally able to send out a distress signal to their new planet that they escaped to, and they're like, oh, he has the cure. Oh my gosh, I had a straight up bogey hanging out. My bad. So basically, they go back to Earth and they retrieve the equation before Trigon is able to destroy the Earth because there's too much undead and no one's coming to him. And then they save the Earth and they revive Green Arrow, who got infected at the beginning. And that's where this one leads into. So let's read my review of this real quick. I really enjoyed this issue. It was able to feel wholesome at some parts where people were cured and sad at the parts where you realize people aren't coming back. The fight scenes are a little underwhelming but still entertaining. The ending of the comic genuinely leaves me intrigued and excited for what's to come next. What happens at the end? I remember everything from this comic except for what happens at the very end. Let's check that out real quick. I do agree with everything I'm saying here. Basically, that if you had killed somebody, they ain't coming back from their zombie form, and they had been killing people for years. Oh, I see. Yeah. Basically, Brainiac is dying, and he comes and warns them about the new gods, who got infected by Darkseid in the last issue. But there is no Darkseid fight yet, sadly. We don't get that yet. Why would we get that? Because it's only on the cover. Um, Overall, a good story. The fight scenes are a little underwhelming, especially when they revive Superman, which I'm just sitting here like, this, nothing's really happening. They're just holding on to him. They're not really punching back or anything. It's kind of boring. The art's kind of boring here. But overall, I did enjoy the character moments more, like when Alfred realizes that Nightwing, Batgirl, all of them are never coming back because he shot him. That one will really hit you in the feels. Yeah, because he's all alone now. We see Lois Lane see that Superman is back and she can finally have him back, they're happy about that. Um, Overall, I really enjoyed this read. I won't drag it on too long because there's nothing really else left for me to say. And the ending is intriguing. I'm excited to see where it goes. Also, I liked how they changed Supergirl's backstory to show that now she has landed on the New Gods Earth and she is infected now. At least that's what's implied. We don't know if she's actually infected, but based on future covers and stuff. Hmm. Okay, there's a couple variants for this one, so we'll just go ahead and check them out. We got the Deceased War, the Undead, yeah. Deceased War, the Undead Gods. That one's kind of boring, not gonna lie. This one's cool because it's a homage to a bunch of X-Men comics, which is pretty cool. They all come together to make what the X-Men comic did. I wonder how they get away with that sometimes, like, or if they just ask permission. Let's check. This is the body bag one, which is in a bag, and it's like it's basically this variant, but in a bag. So if I were to pick this variant, I would probably pick this variant because that one's more than that variant. That's a cool variant though. That's kind of boring. That's the same as that one, and I can't really see this one, so we'll zoom that one up. That's interesting that it shows Superman as a zombie with Supergirl fighting him. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, that's all I really have to say for that one. I didn't even pick my favorite cover. I'm a big dummy. A big old dummy. I guess I really just like the original. Like, this Supergirl one I might have picked, but like, look at her neck. It's really skinny looking and it's really weird looking. But the original cover, it looks pretty good. I'll go with it. Yeah, that's basically what we got for that one. Might need to hurry up because we're like 40 minutes into this thing, and we're not even fully done. Oh, we're on to Predator though. These shouldn't. Predator should be fast because I don't have to explain what's going on in that one. Let's check the comments though real quick. Nothing I see. No one is responding. Okay, let's check. Okay, we got this one. I gave this one 4 stars. Oh, it's got a lot. we're just gonna look at them from this instead of open each one individually. I may open like a couple that I really like, but I see a lot of people are being a little bit negative towards this one, interestingly. But then a lot of positive. Okay, I must just get past all the positive. Oh, I got 7 likes on that one. Um, let me see what I read. This comic is a really enjoyable read. I feel for the main character, and they show that she is a tragic character without making her seem like a terrible person and making me hate her. Like most modern Hollywood movies, that's what I was trying to go for. Also, the fact that she has an AI friend is really nice, considering that's the last thing she is connected to her parents, and it makes it more tragic when she loses it. At the end, basically, when she crashes her ship, the AI goes down and she has no one to talk to anymore. It's an interesting story that leaves me wanting to see what happens next. Yeah, basically, I did really enjoy this story. I'm excited to see where the character goes. I don't think it's as good as Prey. It Prey kind of shadowed this one, and it kind of made it sad. Uh, yeah, that I think Prey really shadowed this one and made this one look less good than it actually is. But I understand why they did it because they had to. They wanted people who like Prey, like, oh, look, Predator. I'm really into Predator like right now because I watched the Prey movie. Very cool. And Prey was a really good movie. It's probably the best Predator movie ever, if I'm being honest. If I were to like say that, it's my movie of the year right now, at least. Um, yeah, so basically she loses her parents due to a predator. She cuts off one of its tendril things, and basically she's going around killing every single predator until she finds the one that kills her parents because she knows these things are evil, and if she doesn't kill them, she knows they're going to kill someone else's family. Now she's stuck, but then she runs out of fuel early while trying to get to a planet where she's a fugitive at the moment, and she attempts to land the ship but ends up crashing it, and the AI goes down, and she's left all alone in a snowy forest, ready for the next one. So I will definitely be picking up the next one of this because I really did enjoy this story. I really feel like it's going places. Hopefully, it's better than the Alien comics, which I'm excited to see what the next Alien comic does. But if the next Alien comic doesn't really do anything, I might drop that one, which it comes out next week, so like y'all get to see that next month. So but basically that's all I have to say. It's a pretty interesting story. I would recommend checking it out if you really liked Prey, but like don't expect it to be as good or better than Prey. So yeah, pretty much. Now let's quickly go through these camouflage one, 1 in 200, that's expensive. That one, these are all so detailed. Oh, oh, that is so cool. There's no way I'm getting that one, but that's like an homage to the first Alien comic. You know how cool that would have been to get? Dang. I should pick that one up. I know it didn't exist then, but like that would have been cool to put next to my Alien #1 comic. What is he holding there? Is he just holding a regular skull? Oh, I hope I don't get demonetized for showing all this blood and creepy predator. This one's cool. I'll show this one off. Him standing on top of Avengers Tower with Iron Man's head. Very cool way of showing him entering the Marvel. If you don't know, Predator used to be owned by DC. Now it's owned by not DC. Why did I say DC? Dark Horse. It used to be owned by Dark Horse until Disney bought the rights to Fox, which owned Predator, Alien, and Terminator, which now they are creating the Predator show. Oh, why am I saying show? That's why they made the movie and put it on Hulu because they own Hulu, and also why they what am I talking about? Speaking of which, why do we need Hulu if you can just put all this on Disney Plus and put it under the mature section? Why do we need to pay for two different um streaming services when you can just put it all on one? I mean, seriously, I'm sitting here trying to understand that. Like if you're making original shows, just put them all on Disney Plus. Because some shows that are on Disney Plus are also on Hulu. So why would I buy both to watch the Prey movie? I'm going off on a rant. Yeah, that was a rant. What is happening? Yeah, a bunch of cool, really detailed ones. Oh, is that it? In I need to look for that one. I do need to look for that one, like legitimately. Like I'm looking for that one. And if I find that one, I'll put it like in a YouTube short or something that I found that one, guys. Yeah, basically this is why I'm live streaming right now because I really want to start going towards all the different forms of YouTube right now, and like become more active in all the different aspects like live streaming, doing shorts and regular videos because I really do like doing regular videos, but yeah, basically that's why. This one's cool. I really do like this one, but let me go ahead and show you my favorite because I know which one's my favorite. It's this one. This found footage. I've been watching a lot of found footage movies recently, and this one is just so cool looking. It's so realistic. I don't know if it's 3D animated or if it's actually drawn, but like it is so good looking. And I think putting the green overlay on it just looks so good. I wanted to pick this one up, but at the same time I'm like, do I really want to spend my money on that? But I actually found one I want to pick my money on, which is the one that is an homage to Alien #1, which I'm gonna go try to find. Okay, so that's Predator #1. I do agree with my score on that. I will put 4 star for most things that I enjoyed reading, but like it only gets a 5 star if I was like after that I am like, oh my gosh, that was so good. Like that was such a good one. Like if at the end I'm like, oh, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Then it probably will just get a 4 star. But if I'm like, that was so good at the end of it, then I'll be like, yeah, okay. Okay, on to Venom Lethal Protector #5. This is the last one in this series. And let me be honest, it sucked. Let me see my review here. This is a boring, convoluted story where nothing of interest happens. Nothing happens in this comic. Literally, the first Venom literally introduced Scream, all the different sons and daughters of Venom, and it had Carnage in it. It had Spider-Man in it. It was literally everything you would have wanted from a Venom comic. This is so boring. It started out fine. Like, okay, they're gonna go somewhere with this. They never went anywhere with this. This was so boring the whole time. I don't even remember what happened in this one. I'm pretty sure all he does is beat up the guy who put a warrant out, what, not a warrant, but a hitman out for his arrest, or not his arrest, but like kill him. You know what I mean. I'm so mad I can't even understand my words right now. I'm trying to understand why this is so bad. It's bad. Don't pick up this series. I probably should have stopped collecting the series, but like this is just the one that I was like the covers were cool and I'm like, oh, that's pretty fun. I'm sure they'll go somewhere with this. And I'm just like, no, this is terrible. This is a terrible read. Do not read this. Awful. Don't read. Don't read this. Okay. This one's that gets the win. I've seen this one. This one looks really cool. This one is the win for the. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. On a rant. Let's see. What's next? Okay, we're down to these. Okay. This is our last big section of comics, so we'll go ahead and let's see. Okay, let's organize these already. Dark Crisis, Young Justice, DC vs. Vampires All Out War, The Flash, Fortnite times Marvel Zero War, which I'm excited to talk about because something hilarious happens in it. Okay, let's start off with Dark Crisis Young Justice. Gave this one 3 stars, which I kind of agree with still, because I know what I said here. Let's see where mine is. There we go. Well, not as terrible as the last one, which was straight up awful. I cannot. Straight up awful. This series is still the weakest of the entire Dark Crisis event. I do agree with that. This story is boring at some points, but in the last comic, it was just straight up offensive to comic fans and people who enjoy Young Justice in general. The last one straight up was political, which I hate in comic books. It was it was trying to teach me something I didn't want to learn. It was trying to tell me I was wrong for liking comics in the during the death of Superman time. Yeah, the 90s. In like 92 or somewhere around there, it says you're wrong for liking that. It's stupid. You're dumb. And this one, while not being as bad, it's a little bit more fun. I just wanted this series to be them being trapped in this world, them finding out something's like they're not supposed to be here, not wanting to be here anymore, and then literally the universe being like, okay, you get to fight everything in the universe now. Like everything hates you now and it's going to kill you now. That's what I wanted from this. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted it to have some fun in it, but like I'm just sitting here like disappointed after every one of these comics, but I'm only picking them up because they're part of Dark Crisis, and I want to see what how this connects to Dark Crisis because this is yet to connect to Dark Crisis, even though it has adopted the Dark Crisis name. And it's not even good for any of the characters in it. Like Tim Drake is just dumb. They're all just annoying at times. It's just an annoying read, especially the last one. I know I'm ranting about the last one, but like y'all didn't understand what the last one was like. Um, if you want all the Dark Crisis, I would suggest reading this one because I feel like it's going to connect in some way near the end. And that's all I have to say about this. It's just, yeah, that's what it's like. And it's only got one variant cover, which tells you how good it was because only good comics get more than one most of the time. Uh, I like the original cover better. Yeah, original goes. I like that. I like Deathstroke, Lex Luthor, and Captain Boomerang there. That's all pretty good. But that's all I have to say for that one. Pretty boring overall. Blah, blah. Okay, let's get on to DC versus Vampires All Out War after we check the comments again. You know the deal by now. Let's check the comments. Any new comments? Y'all are not commenting. Why aren't y'all commenting? Why aren't y'all commenting? Comment on my videos, please. I need people to watch. Please watch. Okay, anyway, DC versus Vampires All Out War #2. Basically, this is the side comic to DC versus Vampires. Pretty good. It's fun. Don't like the art style. That's what I have about the first one, pretty much. Okay, let's see what I have to say here. I like the story, and this one has set up the main story, so the rest of the series looks like it will be just the main team, but the art style is still a little problem. Yeah. Also, really like that they are showing how Nightwing became King of the Vampires. I do agree with that. This is probably the best put. Sorry, I had a stroke there. This is probably the best place to put that in the back issues of this one. It's showing like I wish they had put it in a different art style though. I really do not. Let me explain this. It's like black and white, and then everything red gets colored, and that's it. It's so distracting, and I do not like black and white like comics. It just feels lazy at points. Like you're not coloring it, so it's not as good. And yes, it can cause like they did that with Walking Dead, and it still became successful. But now they're re-releasing that in color. Why do you think they're doing that? Because people don't like black and white. Don't do black and white, please. I don't know. if they did do like release a colored version, I probably wouldn't pick it up because I'd just be like, well, I'll just read this one. I don't really care either way. It's just a little problem. Also, really like they're showing. Yeah, I really do like that they are showing how Nightwing became the king of vampires. Basically, in DC versus Vampires number 6, we found out that Nightwing was the big bad, and he was the king of the vampires. And actually, sorry for spoiling that. I should have put a spoiler thing up before I did that. My bad. Basically, yeah, that's basically it's starting to show. It's going to go through this as it goes through the series. It's going to show that in the background. Also featuring Batgirl hunts King Nightwing. Huh. I don't know if you see that, but that's different than what's on the actual screen. I guess they had planned to put a different back issue in it. But I'm happy they put the Nightwing one because I would rather find out how Nightwing became the king of the vampires than find out. I guess that Batgirl hunts may have been a part of the main DC vampires story, and they just like, oh well, we'll just put how Nightwing became that in this one, which I'm glad they're doing. I'm excited to find out that out, and there was a little less Deathstroke in this one for him to be on the main cover. And by the way, the covers for these are absolutely sick. I love the covers for these comics. They are awesome. Um, I'm interested in the story. This one was more about Constantine, but I'm kind of glad he's out of it and over back in the main DC versus Vampires comics. Overall, enjoyable read. Would recommend reading if you're into the DC versus Vampires comics, and very fun. Just like, I hope we get more of Deathstroke in the next one because I really do like Deathstroke just fighting vampires. And like there was an homage to Bane breaking a vampire's back, like in the way of the in Nightfall. Nightfall is where he breaks Bane's back. Okay, we got the swimsuit variant. Let's check that one out. Oh, she's like the vampire. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, that's a good way to do the swimsuit variants. I like that. Oh, wait. She's I was wondering what that was. That's smoke because she's a vampire and she's burning in the sun. Hmm. She's not wearing much of a swimsuit though. Not gonna lie. Wow. Okay. That's actually a cool detail. Her burning in the sun. I am not pointing at things I should be on a family-friendly YouTube channel. That's cool. Mary Marvel taking out some vampires like that. Actually, she's just Mary Shazam, which doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Huh, don't like the art style of this one, but and what is going on with Booster Gold? What is he covered in over here? Um, if I were a simp, I would probably pick this one, but I'm not a simp, so we're gonna go with the cool cover. Yeah, cool covers for the win, guys. Let's go. Okay, let's get on to the next one then. Know the deal. Let's put the comic over here. And then let's check the comments real quick. See any new comments? No. Nothing new. Okay, that's a shame. Really wish y'all were commenting just a little bit. Okay, here's the Flash running through the Flash number 785. This is part 3 to the Dark Crisis tie-in for it. Let's go ahead. I did really like this comic, and I kind of don't remember exactly what I said, but I know it was really positive because I gave this one 5 stars. I love this issue. Not only did it tie in all 3 storylines up quite nicely, but it was just a beauty to look at with the art. Also, the characters are so enjoyable to watch. Yeah, so if you don't know, basically in this one, they go through, like, um, Wally West is going to find Barry Allen, who's trapped in a in a fake multiverse, much like the other people of the Justice League. And and basically he ends up finding like traces of him in 3 different universes. So we got Jesse Quick and the other one I can't remember going to a universe that is Mad Max related. We have Wally West's 2 kids going to a universe where Barry Allen is Batman. And then finally we have a universe where the universe that Barry Allen is actually in, where it's basically the Silver Age comics, and he's living his perfect life where his family is still alive. If you don't know, Reverse Flash killed Barry Allen's mother when he was a kid, and then that put his father in jail for years. Real sad, yeah. And then his father did eventually get out, and but like he still lost his mother because of Reverse Flash. But here he's happy, and he's in a Silver Age comic where which actually makes sense in a way because his mother was alive during Silver Age. It wasn't until he came back that he found out that Reverse Flash had messed with time and killed his mother, which is really cool. But yeah, basically those 3 have all 3 separate stories in the last 2, which kind of like made them go by really fast, and we're kind of like, oh wow, okay, and it's already done. But this one, it all tied in quite nicely. It had a really nice moment with Wally West and what's his I am sure that is over here. Let me see that real quick. Yeah, let's see that real quick. Let's see. First, J West Kid Flat. That one dude's name is Max Mercury. My bad. It's terrific. Linda Park. Linda Park. Basically, there's a nice, cute moment between Linda Park and Wally West because Linda Park has gained speed powers, which is kind of crazy. You don't know why that is. I guess that's going to be continued in the main Flash comics, which I am going to continue to read because I do like Flash and Batman, and those are the 2 I'm kind of collecting right now. Also, this cover art, insane. I absolutely love this issue, though. It was super fun. It was super character related, and it was just a lot of fun. And that one's kind of boring, so we're going to go with the main one. Pick for that one. Yeah. So that leaves us only for this 3rd week of the month with. Oh no, we have 2 more. My bad. Okay, let's check comments real quick. See if we got any new ones. No new comments. Okay. Any new comments on here? No, nothing. Okay, well. Let's see how this video is working. Guess we are bugging out a little bit. I am sorry about that. Not the most stable internet connection at my house. Hopefully y'all are able to hear me smoothly. That would hurt if you couldn't. All this would be for nothing. It would kind of hurt. Yeah. Let's talk about this one. Fortnite times Marvel Zero War, the Fortnite comics. Yeah, super fun. Lots of fun. Let's just talk about it. This one does some crazy stuff. uh, I like how the comic is able to have character development, but I'm not sure how to feel about Wolverine hooking up with a Fortnite character he just met. But at the same time, that's so ridiculous, it just works for some reason. So basically, in this comic, we meet this one character named Imagined. Wait, I can just show you on the computer. This is her. This is Imagined. And basically, her big thing is she is in I just don't know how to explain it. Like he and her hook up. They wing or yeah, woo, woo, woo. Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, it's awkward. It is awkward. It's, I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird. Um but at the same time I'm sitting here like I'm reading a Fortnite comic where Wolverine hooks up with a Fortnite character. What else did I expect from this, honestly? Like, did I expect the character development from Batman Fortnite Zero Point? No. I expected freaking Wolverine to get together with a Fortnite character. What else would you want from this epic storytelling right there? Top 10 people Wolverine has hooked up with in his life. Crazy how that works. Let's go. I don't really have anything else to say with this. It's just dumb fun. Like at some points, like I like Spider-Man's witty humor with Jonesy's simple-minded like seriousness. We get a little bit of Jonesy character development in that one. The Wakanda girl kind of boring. Don't really like her. Um, I was excited to see what Doctor Doom was doing. He didn't really do anything in the next issue though, which we'll get to in a minute because that came out this week too. Pretty interesting stuff though between them two. Honestly, don't know what to say about it, but we'll figure out how the relationship ends in the finale next month. So, because nothing really happens in the next one. Let's go ahead and pick a variant cover. What is this one? Okay. I hope my mic is not freaking out. Let me check it quick. See how this sounds. Okay. Sound pretty good. I don't sound terrible. Okay. Let's see this. We got the battle bus up here. Pretty awesome. Okay, let me be honest. Playing. Okay, Fortnite is a bad game because of the fan base. I do not believe it is a bad game in general. I feel like it became a bad game because nobody likes playing with little kids or playing a game that all the little kids play. Kind of like Minecraft. But if you actually sat down and looked up the story of it, it is actually a really complex and well told story. And yes, The Rock is in it, like, but I really just see that as him being an actor more than him actually being in it as the character. Like he is the foundation rather than The Rock. He's not The Rock being the foundation. He's just like that's his face. Like why would you make a completely new face for The Rock when you clearly have his face right there? Like honestly. But overall, I do enjoy playing the game sometimes. These past few seasons have been really boring though, so I haven't been playing it. The next season is going to be a Marvel related season, so it sounds like fun. I don't know if I'll play it on here because that's an internet based game, and playing on this laptop might not work, or this internet connection trying to live stream and play Fortnite might be a little bit crazy. Yeah, but pretty weird. I do enjoy the game though. I recommend you if you don't like it, don't play it. But like if you have a little bit of curiosity, like, oh, what's it like now? Like maybe go play it. Season two season two wait, was it season two? No, it was chapter two, season five. Yeah. What does this have to do with Fortnite? This is not Fortnite. Where is my Fortnite? I need my Fortnite. Where's my Fortnite? Okay. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We got freaking Spider-Man up here. We got freaking Dinosaur up here. We got freaking Jonesy up here. Let's freaking go. That one's immediately after the list. That one's kind of boring. I'm still liking the original more because it has more characters on it. Let's see what this one is like. I'm guessing that is Imagine an Order because they were in the book you find out that they were both raised by Genos. They're the sisters who have been like teased in the actual game. And their names are imagined in order in the imagined order. And they were like they were their father's Genos, the creator of the imagined order, but they decided to go against him. I guess this is them as kids. Don't really like the art style though. Let's see this last one. This last one looks awesome. I don't know what this one is. Oh, okay. I like that one with the little Hawkeye reference. This kind of makes me wonder, were they supposed to get this out by Hawkeye coming out and they just weren't able to? Because all the stuff in this story has already happened in the season because the war is already over. And right now they're just like in the chill season, which is really dumb. I hate this season right now. Um, I do like this cover. This cover's what is up with her funky eyes, though? I think that kind of takes it out for me. Her funky eyes, what is up with that? I think this one is honestly. Well, no. Let's go with the limb variant. Because, like, I really do like this one, honestly. Like, the shading is really on it. And, like, Jonesy as a prisoner looks really cool. Like, look at them muscles. Like, you don't get them muscles from working as an Agent Jonesy. Oh, look, he even has the freaking. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. He has the shotgun. That is pretty cool. I'll go with that one as my favorite. Yeah. Okay. We spent a little longer on that one, checking out all the So let us get on to the finale of Thor versus Hulk. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to explain all of the Banner of War to y'all. Uh, sorry. Oh, this is Legacy 775. Wow. Didn't even know that. That's cool. That means we're only 15 away from getting to 800. Holy crap. That's going to be a big issue. Um, okay. What was I talking? Okay, so basically in the Banner of War, Hulk in his series has been running away from, like, getting attacked by, like, running away from the Avengers because apparently he killed a bunch of people in a bar. And that made him a threat, and he ran away and like started hiding in the multiverse where he's gone through his own things, and he found out he has this Hulk of a Hulk called Titan, which is actually a really cool design, and it's really cool. And the whole series is about like Banner has been able to control Hulk, and he's been able to turn it into like a starship where he can make Hulk the thought he can make the personality of Hulk fighting all these things in his head in order to do this. And basically at the end of his first arc, Smastronaut, he sees a hammer going towards him. And then during the Thor series, basically his father died, and now it's controlling the hammer. Which I ain't been following the Thor series, but that's what it said in the Banner of War #1. So that's what I'm going with. So basically, huh. And this is to celebrate both their 60-year anniversaries. Let me think. What am I even thinking about? What is wrong with my brain right now? Then they fight. Iron Man comes in with a literal armor made out of the dead body of a celestial, which you're like, what? Like, because this is when we were first starting to. This is when this is after Eternals came out, so I'm sitting here like, oh, Celestials, I know what that is. I wouldn't know what that is if it weren't for the movie, which is probably the only good thing that came out of that Eternals movie. That's a whole different topic of conversation. But after that, like, basically Hulk gets so mad he lets out this gamma blast, and no one could survive the gamma blast except for a god. And guess who's there? Thor. And he becomes a Hulk Thor. And basically, after that, they fight in the next issue, and basically at the end of this, Hulk is able to lift up Mjolnir because of Odin allows him, and he turns into a Thor Hulk. So we have Hulk Thor fighting Thor Hulk. Paying attention? Why am I looking at the microphone? Have I been doing that this whole time? I literally was talking to the microphone instead of the camera. I am so sorry if I've been doing that. I do not know why I just did that. Anyway, okay, let's read my review before I go any more insane. Honestly, a pretty awesome ending to this epic saga, and had a pretty realistic fight in the process, with an ending that continues both stories. Wish it didn't take so long to come out, though. I do agree with that. It coming out though was a big problem. It was pretty fun read though. I do agree. Would recommend to read again. What am I even thinking? My brain is dying. So basically in this one, basically all it is a big fight. Hulk's arm gets ripped off, but it like heals, and basically at the end, after the big fight, Hulk defeats Thor. Like a lot of shenanigans happen. I don't really want to go into too much detail because there's a lot going on in it, and I don't really remember every detail. But basically, at the end, Thor turns back into regular Thor because like he's saved by Hulk, and then Hulk is presumed dead by all of the Avengers, meaning he can travel the multiverse and find a nice place to live, and continuing his series without having to worry about being chased down anymore. So yeah, pretty much that's everything that happens in this one. Not much, like, but it is a pretty nice because everything else has been leading up to this one. I do wish it didn't take so long to come out because there was just so much that didn't need to happen in it. It's kind of annoying. There's so I realize you need it, but you have a She-Hulk. The thing is, they delayed this one in order to get it out for She-Hulk. But the thing is, they have a She-Hulk comic. So you're sitting here like, why would they do that if they already had a She-Hulk comic? Why not just delay the She-Hulk comic to come out on the week that She-Hulk comes out? That way, people will be like, oh, I want to buy She-Hulk instead of Hulk. Why would they want to buy Hulk, not She-Hulk? Why are... Anyway, let's look at some variants. Uh, Pretty realistic. This kind of looks like the Incredible Hulk movie. Like I kind of like that. Like he's got. I wish maybe if he had more veins, he'd look more like the movie. But I don't know if that's what they were going for exactly. I like the shadow on the title though. That's pretty good looking. Okay, let's look at this realistic fight between them. Oh, that looks like the movies or something. That is really good looking. I like that one. That's my win for now. Like, I don't know about the others, but that one is really good looking. Ah, She-Hulk. Hulk 8. Herta Gala Variant Edition. Okay. Wow. There's a lot more She-Hulk in my Hulk comic than I would like. Which is any She-Hulk. Right now, She-Hulk, it's not... Oh. Okay, this just took the top spot because of how... Holy crap. This looks almost... Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Look. You can see the... Oh, wow. I'm just appalled by the realism of this right now. Sorry. Maybe his hair could be a better color. I don't necessarily like the color of his hair. Uh, this one is the last one. Is that a Madius Cho? Oh, that's a Madius Cho fighting the mighty Thor. That's kind of cool. It's not the winner, but like I like that kind of variant fighting the different Hulks, the different Hulk fighting the different Thor. That is pretty cool. Also, they could have just delayed this till Thor: Love and Thunder because it's about Thor fighting Hulk, and they could have put variants for Thor: Love and Thunder and She-Hulk. Or they could have just not done the series weekly and then had the last one have me wait for the last one like for months. Like I waited like 2 months for this. Honestly, that just makes me mad. The winner is definitely this one. The realism of it is just so good. Too good. Yeah. So that is the winner of that one. Okay, that brings us on to the next week with Carnage. Okay, this is number 5, A Wild Hunt Part 2. There's only one variant to it, so that should go by pretty fast. Let's see where. There's my review. Okay. I still got a runny nose. Well, I've really enjoyed this series so far. Well, I really enjoyed this series so far, but I feel like the last 2 issues have been a little lackluster because they introduced an elf character that I didn't really like, then they killed him off. Thankfully, it looks like Detective Water? I think that's a typo because I don't think that's his name. Thankfully, Detective Water is coming back and it will start to get better from here. That was a tough read. I am so sorry. I agree with what you said. Only an okay issue. Yeah, only an okay issue. Doesn't even have Carnage as much in it. Doesn't have our main character, Detective, which I've actually been invested in this comic. Brings in this stupid elf character who gets betrayed at the end because he trusts a psychopath. Which you're sitting here like, why? Why would you trust a psychopath? Clearly, you are the smarter of your group because you were only watching this demon freaking Carnage thing from behind, but then you let a freaking human take you out? Why would you let that happen? That's pretty much all that happens in it, too. Basically, them talking and then him being like, okay, let's take down Carnage. And then basically, we cut to the next thing where he's betrayed him, and you're like, oh, he betrayed him. Okay. Wow. By the way, it's 30 years of Carnage, too, which is actually pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. 30 years of Carnage is pretty awesome. That's all I gotta say about this one. There's nothing interesting about this one. Let's look at the cover. Let's see. Ooh. Huh. I don't like the art style, but I do like how realistic and liquidy it looks. How they made it look liquidy, but I don't think I like the art style enough to like this one though. Plus, let me show you this one. Like, look at how it shows old comics in the background. Like, there's the Infinity Saga. There's older comics. It's almost like it's trying to tell us that Carnage is about to change the entire Marvel universe. And I'm kind of excited for that. Not even gonna lie. I hope he does. Honestly, that's the winner though. But last week of the we are on to the last week. Let's get going with the I read these two last night, so my mind is fresh on these. And I have a lot to talk about this one specifically. Yeah, this one was awesome. Let me show you my holy crap, was this a good story? Did was not only was it just a great home life story, but it was able to progress these characters in a wholesome way. The crazy part is it did all this by telling us a different story, which is just awesome to me. All the little character moments with Wally stress eating and stuff is just so fun. Also, that twist ending at the end gets me so excited for the next parts of the Flash saga. Yeah, so this is basically annual. There's one more in the Dark Crisis series that we'll get next month that'll end that series, but like this is after he's found out that she has speed powers and nothing really happens, but he decides to read her book she's been writing, which is about it's just so awesome, but like it's about her basically, but like with a little bit of a different name. I think it was Betty. I can't remember exactly. But like basically she looks up and she meets an alien superhero whose name is William East. And if you don't know, the Flash right now is Wally West. William East, Wally West. It works. It's just so good to me. It's just so it like he reads the book and he's like, "Oh, this is actually really good. Holy crap." It's like she's such a nerd for calling me William East in this. Like you have the heroes he works with is Captain Cold and Pied Piper, and they go against Abracadabra, who is a villain of Wally West, and it's just super fun to like watch. To did I just say watch? I meant read. I'm so sorry. As I get through this, I am just like struggling for brain power at the end of this. Um, but overall, and the twist ending. Mute your mics real quick for like let's say 10 seconds real quick. But at the end, we find out that she is pregnant, most likely. She is probably pregnant again. Which is just like, holy crap. Did I just say mute your mic? I meant mute in general. I'm. It's just like it makes me excited for the next parts of the Flash saga. Um, because I'm excited to see what that leads to. Because like I was just sitting there like, holy crap! And it's so hard nowadays to just get a good twist in a story. Like I was just reading that, and it's just like, you don't think, are you? Which if you might that won't make any sense, but like it just it's so good. And like it's just such a good story. It has Wally West like, oh, am I stress eating? Like I feel like this has made me like Wally West a lot. Just this one issue right here because I just started reading these comics recently. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Like I like Barry Allen. He's a pretty wholesome guy, but like I'm actually liking this. The the chemistry between these two is so good. Let's look at the variants, though. I doubt there are many for the. I don't know how many. There are no variants, so I guess that means none of them win because. Okay, this cover art is absolutely awesome. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. I completely agree with that. Can we talk about his freaky smile? What is with his freaky smile? Do I need to call an exorcist? You should not be kissing this man. Look at how creepy that smile is. I looked at the mic again instead of. That is such a creepy smile. What is wrong with that smile? What is wrong with him? Why are you smiling? I get it, she's kissing you, but that's way too happy. I think we've. Overall, an awesome issue. Not even gonna lie. Okay. Okay, on to the last one. Oh wait, let's check comments. I ain't checked comments in a while. We can hear you. Where is my Fortnite? That's GTG, good stream. Oh, thanks, man. Glad you joined us. Having a lot of fun here. Hope you're having a lot of fun too. Straight up, on to the last comic. Fortnite times Marvel Zero War. I honestly love this cover. I'm not even gonna lie. Straight up, this is an awesome cover. I can't even like. This is just an awesome cover. Can't even. Let's look at my review from last night. I think I've been ever since I started like writing reviews on this app again. Like they become more and more like detailed as I've been going, which I'm actually liking. I like having a detailed one. Honestly, even though it is not as good a read as the Batman series, I'm still enjoying it. As a person who enjoys and keeps up with the lore of Fortnite, I enjoyed the exploration of why the Ice King was in that one season. It did feel more like a battle issue, which I guess is deserved considering the last one was more character focused. But overall, if you like the games or enjoyed the Batman series, it is still a pretty fun read. Yeah, I completely agree with this. This is a really fun series, especially with the witty banter between Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the two for Imagined and Jonesy. The only character that I don't really like is the Wakanda girl because she doesn't really do anything in the story. It's just like she's there. And it's kind of like, why are you here if you're not gonna have any character moments? Like, come on. Uh I really wish this actually happened in the comic, like him taking control of this thing. Because this is honestly an awesome cover. Where is this? Fortnite, Marvel, Fortnite. Where is this? I need this. Where's the skin right here? Where is the skin where I can get the cosmetic of Doctor Doom controlling? Yeah, don't give a skin of me. Give me this skin. I need this skin right here. I need Doctor Doom. Where's Wait, isn't there a Doctor Doom skin? Is there a Doctor Doom skin? Am I crazy? Let's see. Doctor Doom Fortnite skin. Oh my gosh, boys. Out of the word of my mouth, we have done it. We got the Doctor Doom Fortnite skin just now announced. I can't believe it. I did it. Thank you. I've gotten my own skin, Doctor Doom. Thank you. I am Doctor Doom. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. So basically, let me give you the rundown of what happens in this issue. Basically, um, my brain is dying. I am so sorry. Basically, in this issue, they go to the ice moon on the Reality Zero because that got stuck on there after the Galactus event in chapter 2. Oh wait, no, was that chapter 2 or chapter? No, that was chapter 2. Yeah, yeah. So this is really good at like building on the Fortnite lore through all the Marvel events and all the Marvel comics and stuff. It's really interesting. And I like that we found out why Ice King was fighting that character in that because that makes season one because season one was kind of just a oh this is just happening but now reading this you can finally kind of see that oh well that's actually part of the story. It's actually part of this world because I think that's the best part of Fortnite. If you don't like playing the games, at least try to keep. That's my dog. I'm sorry. Uh, if you if if you enjoy playing the game, if you don't enjoy playing the games, at least try to keep up with the lore of the games because I feel like the lore of the games is way more interesting than the actual game itself. But the game, I still enjoy playing at times, like just not all the time. Uh, and at the end of this one, I believe the Foundation and Paradigm and the scientist and that group who was on the moon already discovered this, and they get the zero shard in it, allowing it to be powered. And my dog is still barking. I don't know what she's probably barking at another dog outside, which is wonderful. Um, but basically, they end up getting that fixed up to fight the Imagined Order, and Doctor Doom is like, "I'll meet you on the Fortnite Island, ready to fight." Oh yeah, Doctor Doom is ready to fight me on the Fortnite Island. Yeah, a boxing match. It's going to be December 25th. Yeah, it's going to be on Christmas. On Christmas Day, I'm going to fight. I don't know where I'm going with this bit. I'm sorry. This is terrible. That was a terrible bit. I'm sorry. I apologize, and I will never be on YouTube again. Goodbye. Yeah, but overall, an enjoyable story. If you enjoy the lore of the games, I would recommend picking this up. If you don't follow them and you're just looking for it for like a Batman, like you like it does a pretty good job of explaining stuff to you, but you still probably need just a little bit of background knowledge. So anyway, let's wait for my computer to load. Okay, let's look at the variants for this one. Ooh, we got Daredevil. Ooh, that has nothing to do with Fortnite. Oh, but they're fighting the raptor things. But that ain't part of Fortnite, so I'm not really like that's not Fortnite. Okay, let's see this one. I saw one of the variant covers, sorry, that's why I made that face. She-Hulk makes sense. We got the She-Hulk show coming out, pretty good. I'm not saying the show is that great, but like it's not as bad as everyone is saying, honestly. Like, let's be honest, like people are overreacting a little bit. I real like her realize later on, like, oh wait, he does have it harder than me. Or maybe if they like she's looking and like, oh my gosh, he does have it harder than me. That would be great. I think that would be great lead up from this one. I don't. That one's just not Fortnite. It's not Fortnite. This is the one I looked at. Oh my goodness. If you needed context, these are the two that hooked up. This is imagined. I think that's imagined. Or yeah, she's imagined. She's not ordered. And this is Wolverine. It's so crazy. Why? Why? It's just so crazy that Wolverine hooked up with a Fortnite character. Why? It's crazy, but it's so funny at the same time. It's so funny. Let's look at the. Did it make me? Okay, let's see. We got Sam Wilson, Captain America. This it's weird how this is. Oh, he's on one of the Fortnite buildings, isn't he? I bet they're all on Fortnite buildings right now, and I'm not. I'm just not paying attention. I bet that's like a Fortnite thing, and they're fighting characters from the thing. This one's pretty cool, I think. I don't know, I haven't seen it close up yet. Yeah, we got Dr. Sloan here, and we got her messing with Doctor Doom, which makes sense because he's clearly working with them, I guess. I like the cracks, that's pretty cool. Cracks of them doing that, that's pretty awesome. Uh, yeah, I like this one because it's funny, and I just have to laugh at that. And that one's pretty cool looking at with the details and stuff. The other three are kind of boring, but I think this one has to get the win. Like, freaking look at that! That's Doctor Doom, literally controlling the Fortnite mech. I never thought I'd say that sentence in my life. Can you believe that? Okay. Okay, let's get all our comics together, and we're going to pick our favorite. Actually, before I do that, let me look at comments. See, anybody got to go? Good stream. Oh, thanks, Kisserino. If you're watching the VOD here, thank you for that. Let's see. No more comments. So let's pick our favorite of. Let's start with least favorite, and let's just go up from there. Okay. I believe my least favorite is going to be Venom Lethal Protector, of course. Venom Lethal Protector is my least favorite. Um, my next least favorite. My next least favorite is probably going to be Dark Crisis Young Justice. Yeah, didn't really like that one. Like, it didn't really do anything for me. Um, Next one. What will we pick? Next one, I'll probably pick Carnage. It was just okay. Nothing really happened in it. And then we'll go with Predator. Well, no, let's go with Dark Crisis Worlds without Justice League Green Lantern because that first story was just kind of like didn't give me enough. I don't think it gave me enough. Uh, I believe next I will go with Hulk because of the long wait it gave me. Then DC versus Vampires All Out War. Then I'll go with both of the Fortnite Marvel ones with number 4 going number 4 first and then this one second cuz that one had the whole hookup with Wolverine and a Fortnite character, which is just like absolutely insane. And then I believe we have Deceased next, I believe it would be next. I'll pick Flashpoint Beyond, DC Vampires, Batman. Wait, no. Scratch everything I just said on this page. We'll go DC versus Vampires, Batman, Flashpoint Beyond, Dark Crisis. Yeah. You're writing this down, right? Okay, there's going to be a test afterwards. I sound like Markiplier, don't I? Next will be The Flash, number 785. Really enjoyed it. And my favorite of the week, if you have not figured it out already, is The Flash 2022 Annual. And cover of the week. Let's see. It's honestly, I feel like I would pick the Flash 2022 Annual, but that smile just takes it down so many points. Because the Flash 2022 Annual, it's just, here, let me go to it. Uh, the Flash 2022 Annual is just so good, but that smile, it's such a good, like, it's so cute looking. But that smile, it takes it down so many points. So I don't think that can be the best cover. I like the Fortnite Marvel Zero War one. Carnage one is okay, but it's kind of hard to tell like all that stuff in the background. All Out War is really good, and I think all Predator one's pretty good. I don't think it'll be at the top though. Dark Crisis is really good, but Flashpoint Beyond is really good. I think it's between these two as my favorite. I'll only pick my favorite and least favorite of these two, but it's between Dark Crisis and Flashpoint Beyond. I think I'm gonna go with Flashpoint Beyond on this one. That is my favorite, but that would definitely be my second favorite. And my least favorite cover, it wouldn't be on that page. It has to be between that one and probably this one because this one's a little bit boring. Like it's kind of hard to tell what's going on here compared to the rest of them. Yeah, I would probably pick. I'm probably going like because in both of these you're like what, but I feel like that one's just so I don't like the coloring of it as much. And this one just is so boring. I think I'm gonna go with the Venom Lethal Protector as the worst one on that. Um but with that out of the way, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I set this up all last night trying to figure out how to do this, so I hope y'all enjoyed at least. I hope there wasn't as many like technical errors during it all because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Let me see if there's any ending things. Yeah. So that's all I have for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, content? Like, subscribe, comment, the usual YouTube stuff. Um, I'm starting to make videos. I'm working on videos. It just takes a really long time to make videos for me personally. Like it does. Like unless I'm pulling all-nighters, I probably won't be able to get them out weekly or even bi-weekly. It's just kind of difficult for me. I promised y'all that I would show you what the next video is going to be about. So, let's put this up, and I'm going to get that out. Okay, and here we are. That looks weird from that angle. That looks super weird from that angle. Oh, I'm getting sidetracked, am I not? Um, okay, here we are. We got Animal Man number 5, which I don't have yet, but I hopefully will have soon. But I already have a digital copy of it, which I'm already made that part of the video. Then we skip ahead and we're doing Animal Man number 18. Number 18. Number 19. Number 20. Number 21. Number 22, 23, 24. I don't have those yet, but I am going to a comic shop this weekend that does have those. Hopefully they still have them because I didn't pick them up last time because I didn't have necessarily the funds. I didn't necessarily want to pay as much as I was that day. Then we got number 25, number 26, and there is one more here that is going to be in the video, but I'm going to leave that as a surprise because it's kind of a surprise in the video. But you'll only know that because you either watch the VOD or the live stream itself. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, the usual YouTube stuff. I sound like a certain YouTuber, but I cannot remember what his name is. I had a lot of fun today. I hope y'all had fun too. Hanging out, reading, talking about comics. Hopefully we get more people coming around. Like, hey, sorry you had to go. Kisarino Sama. Go watch his channel, by the way. Go watch Hisuji's channel, by the way, too. He does car stuff and stuff. Go watch Kisarino. He's recently made a good 30-minute video on the Ultra Kill Act 2 games. That's a really good video. I would recommend going watching it. Yeah. Um, anyway, thank you for watching, guys. If you're watching the VOD or anything, like, subscribe, comment, do all that. Hope you enjoyed talking about comics for a couple hours, and I enjoyed it. Hope we can do this again next month.